students, welcome back to the class. In the previous learning, we have talked about the various organisms and their respiratory organs. Now, we want to talk about the characteristics of the respiratory surface. Because it is important for us to learn this thing. Respiration cannot occur without the respiratory surface. And that respiratory surface, we must know the state of it, the characteristics, or we can call it the feature of that respiratory surface. And there are various characteristics that a respiratory surface must have. Let me start by saying, what exactly do you understand by a respiratory surface? It is that area, or that part, or the organs, that area, that environment in that organ that respiration takes place. Every activity that happens there, that area is called the respiratory surface, where respiration takes place. Now, what are the characteristics? Can I get your opinion on this? Can you quickly pause the video and think about it and write down some salient points on your notebook and share it with me. Share it with the teacher too, available. Alright, I know you must have taken 1 or 2 points or you're thinking about it. Now let's go. Number 1, the respiratory surface must be moist. It must be moist. For example, the lungs must be moist. For example, the body surface for even unicellular organisms must be moist to allow gas to diffuse through them. Number 2, it must be permeable. It must be permeable so that it can allow gas to go in and out of it. Remember that when respiration is happening, there is a movement of gas from one point to the next. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, releasing of water. So if it is not permeable, gas cannot come in and gas cannot go out. Let's take, for example, the lungs. The lungs must be permeable. It must allow gas to pass through it. Number 3, it must have a thin wall. Now, this thin wall will help to shorten the process of diffusion. Now, if you understand, diffusion now is this movement of the gas. The movement of the gas. If the wall is longer, you now discover that it will be more difficult and it will be slower for oxygen to reach to where it's supposed to get to. Hence, the wall must be thin. Number 4, there must be adequate supply of transport medium. The transport medium must be adequate. What is an example of transport medium? Think about it. Can you pause the video for some seconds and think about it? Alright, let me give you an example. The blood. The blood is a transport medium, and the blood will be adequate for the whole process to take place. Number 5, it must have a large surface area. The surface area must be large to enable easy diffusion of gases. And the final one, but not the least, it must be highly vascularized. It simply means that it will be equipped with various capillaries, similar networks to enable gas to move in and out. I want you to go through the note section right now and take salient points into your notebook, and you can play this video as many times as possible until you are certain you understand every aspect of our subtopic, the characteristics of the respiratory surface. Should you have any question, please call the attention of the teacher, and I would like you to try the evaluation questions in this particular session and answer them. Copy the salient points in your notes, and let's continue to learn together. Thank you so much.